Ah, how you doing, Jordan?
What's up, man? Doing good. Got a little fiesta in last night.
Just getting all my shit set up. Um, Jordan, Did you go to Night in Old San Antonio last night?
I did. I got my blast pass.
Okay, for
Glazers, man, they have that market cornered now.
they got it locked up. It's usually in the spring during it's kind of our Mardi Gras, if you will. But it got postponed till now, and so how was the heat? It's
Oh,
really
it
hard.
was it was miserably hot.
Yeah,
Um, but plenty of beer, plenty of
yeah,
Glazers beer.
yeah,
It's Miller Lite, Coors Light, Blue Moon, and now they have Dos Equis and Shiner.
yeah.
So they got the whole thing locked up. It was interesting though because they had kegs of all the domestics, but for Dos Equis they were doing cans the whole time.
Hmm.
So I guess they're not blowing through all their kegs for for NIOSA, whatever kegs they do have.
Well, they might not have any, honestly.
That could be a thing too,
Um,
but that's not helping the can situation at all.
no, certainly isn't.
Glazers is everywhere. Like when I'm at my Turnstile Coffee place, the place that you guys love for me to be at because you get to hear all the local noise. There was a Glazers guy in this small coffee shop training the barista how to make cocktails. Like they're
Oh,
everywhere.
they're everywhere. Yeah. Wow, you sound fantastic today, Jen.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. I've
You
Loud and
sound.
clear.
I
that's
mean, this is a look at you. You know, you know who you remind me of?
don't
Chris,
say you.
well, Christina Amanpour.
Oh, why thank you. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Linda Ronstadt because I'm about to break into my ranchera here, so I can really utilize this mic.
Wait, who's Christina Amanpour?
I'm on pool. She was well, I guess she still is. Does she still work? She's like one of the best journalists ever. I guess she always did broadcast. I don't know, but some
Yeah, she's
international.
very well respected British. She works, I think she's with CNN, right? And anyway,
Yeah,
she's not around as much, but in the early 2000s, Jordan, she was kind of their international correspondent. She'd go to war zones, and she's a badass, just very
Oh,
real, very respected.
well,
And I respect anybody who talks like that, has a British accent. Sometimes I even respect Australians and South Africans too. It's
oh
it's
Lord.
weird. It's weird.
well,
Uh,
Jen would definitely go into the war zone for a story.
oh,
Hell
so
no. If the war zone is the bar, then yes. But if the war zone is an actual war zone, I mean, working with Harry is, I step
it's
into
a
the
war,
war zone every day.
kind of, kind of.
I do love you though, Harry.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Mutual,
good.
mutual. Do you know what? Do you know what I love about this podcast?
Let's hear it.
Every fucking thing.
Bingo. Every fucking thing. I mean, I love the fact that nobody listens to it, so there's no pressure. So,
That's the
I
best part.
all right. I'm gonna do a quick pop quiz. This one's for Jordan. Jordan, you ready?
Yeah,
Okay, I want to see your eyes up front on the camera because I don't want you cheating.
it's dark in here.
Let's start. Yeah, you can't see anyway.
Okay.
Okay. Let me put on some music for you while you wait, because of course I didn't think to pull it up. Um, Thank you, Jim. No, we just got May tax paid. What was
Yeah.
what is
Up 9%.
domestic
Thank
beers
you.
up 9%? What
Yeah.
month is that?
May.
Wow. That is big. That is big, dude. 9% just for domestic beer. All right. I had no idea. So Jen sent me this list from 3Tier that has kind of a ranking of hard seltzers. Okay. And it's a 52-week off premise IRI scans or Nielsen scans. All right, Jordan,
Yeah.
don't look at it.
I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay. Which is larger? Okay, this is off premise. Seagram's Escapes or Corona Seltzer?
Seagram's Escapes.
You're right. That would have surprised me.
It is surprising, but Seagram's Escapes, that brand has been chugging along for
a long time,
a decade now. Yeah.
And it's the same lady who I think is running that marketing, right? That we've interviewed.
Jennifer
Yeah,
McCauley.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's put together. She's buttoned up,
Yeah, she's done a fantastic job there.
Mm-hmm. And so, okay, here is a top 10 seltzer. There's a top 10 seltzer from Molson Coors, that has been around for years. And what is that hard seltzer called? It's been around for more than 5 years, and yet it's still in the top 10. And yet I have never seen it actually consumed out in the wild.
Zima.
That is incorrect. Zima is not even in the top 50.
Not Henry's Hard.
Well, Henry's Hard, the only reason sales are high on that is because they use it to de-ice the streets in Chicago.
That's terrible.
I have never had a worse product than that. I'm sorry.
Harry.
No, I was half drunk, not half drunk. Let's just say full drunk in a pool in South Carolina last summer. Somebody handed me one and I literally spit it back out into the pool. It was so bad.
I was amazed they still make it, right? And that it's still actually doing, but it's not a seltzer. It's not a seltzer though. It's an FMB. Like this list is, they group it by malt, whether it's FMB or seltzer, and then they group it by,
No, you're right. I meant when I said seltzer, I just meant general FMBs. Yeah. What I am talking about, Jordan, is Red's Apple Ale.
Oh,
Red's Apple Ale is like number 8 on the RT this list. Yeah. What the hell? Like,
no. Have
you ever seen anybody drink a Red's?
Maybe at the airport.
Yeah, not in a long time.
Okay, so Club Tails has that's an AB product. It's kind of died down.
No.
That's Geloso.
That's Geloso.
Oh,
Johnny Bootlegger's Geloso.
Oh, well, no. Okay, no wonder Club Tails, because it's a lot larger than I thought. Which is biggie? Yeah. Which is bigger, Club Tails or Vizzy from Molson?
I would say Vizzy.
You're right, barely.
Yeah.
Speaking of Vizzy, they are spending a lot of money on that brand. I don't know if you guys have noticed. There's billboards all over town that every time I watch anything on the internet, there's ads everywhere. Vizzy, they're really pouring a lot of money, it looks like, into that brand.
It's done well.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe the third biggest, not third, fourth, I think, behind White Claw, Truly, Bud Light Seltzer, and then I think it might be Vizzy.
Yeah, right. I'm not sure, because at one point it was Corona, but I think Vizzy might have overtaken it. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, so Vizzy has done well. That's their top seltzer. I mean, Topo Chico probably could be if it was in more markets. Yeah, right. And stock in more markets. Yeah, but Vizzy hasn't really slowed down all that much this year.
No, it seems to be doing all right.
Yeah.
And now there's no confusion with Busy or what was the other one? Fizzy?
Brizzy.
Oh, Brizzy.
Which is
I was talking to the guy at Future Proof last week and who owned Brizzy, and I was like, so how did that court case go? And he's like, well, great for us, which I take to mean that they got paid to quit making a product that wasn't selling.
Yeah, they took their shot there. Are you
supposed to disclose that, Harry?
I mean, I don't. He didn't tell me what selling. I just assumed it. I've never seen it.
True.
But it may be like Red's Apple Ale, just like a secret community underground is drinking it that we don't know about. All right, so interesting topic today in Beer Business Daily. Guess what? We're not the only ones who are fucked in inventory. The wine and spirits guys, good. I'm glad those guys are suffering too. They always have it easy. The wine and spirit, they have higher margins. The product never goes bad. Well, those are the two advantages. So yeah, interesting that they are having supply issues too, even though a lot of it's really not an aluminum issue. It's more of a just demand issue. And
well, they've got glass too is an issue, and all sorts of stuff that I didn't know. I mean, obviously, apparently there's a neutral grain spirit shortage. I didn't know about that. I even heard some tequila and whiskey shortages too, which we also hadn't heard about. But of course, the whole, when laws change or situations change, like with what happened with COVID and the to go, I think it was a Southern guy who was like, we're completely flat footed. We didn't know what format we were going to need. And it was, small formats. And then it changes. Right. Now nobody could have seen the on-premise coming back the way that it has. And
yeah, the on-premise roaring back was really caught them flat-footed because they don't sell 2 liter. They only sell one package offers the 750s in a liter package, and you just can't double that overnight, right? That's what we talked about earlier in an earlier version, is that it really takes a lot of time to ramp up supply chains when you have different levels of demand for different size packages, and it's really a challenge in our industry.
Yeah, well, and if they want to get into RTDs, if legislation does turn into their favor, that's gonna be tough to get a ton of cans. I mean, everyone's backed up on cans, and to just think you can go out and buy a stock of cans, good luck, I would think.
Yeah. I think, but Gallo's probably doing okay there.
Gallo's fine.
Yeah. Everybody else, AB too, right, for Cutwater, but yeah, everybody else, I would totally agree.
Yeah, all these craft distillers that are going to contribute, 34 million to tax revenue. I don't know where what packages they're going to put it in.
Tetra packs.
Yeah. Slap the bag.
Slap the bag. Slap in the bag. Yeah. Bag wine. That's not a bad, have bag seltzer. It's not a bad idea.
Bag seltzer.
Somebody out, some young entrepreneur out there, just go with it.
All right.
These are the free ideas we provide on this podcast, the value that Jen keeps talking about. Right, Biscuit?
Speaking of that, there's some other things in that list that we have that I thought were interesting. The 52 weeks to, was it 522? But there's a couple other things too. So the whole reason I got this list from our friends at 3 Tiers, because I thought, I'd been telling Jordan and Sarah, and we'd all been talking about this, all these celebrities coming into the RTD space, right? And so I was wondering if we could quantify, like, okay, what percentage of the new players that are coming in are going to be celebrities or some sort of like non-Bev brand. So I was like, all right, well, Nielsen doesn't run anything like that. So our friends at 3 Tier, thank you, 3 Tier, we're like, well, we can give you this list of like everything that exists in that space. And then you can go and mark a yes next to this 1,400 strong.
That would be a perfect job for Chanel Gulf Coast, because she knows, like, some of us may not know that this is owned by a celebrity or not, she knows.
Right. Oh, totally. That's actually a great point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it was a lot of hunting and pecking.
She's sick today. How do you feel, Jen?
I feel okay. How sick is she?
She had like 102 fever last night.
Oh, damn it.
All right. You starting to feel something? We were all together Monday night.
Damn it. Are you kidding me?
Oh, it's not like y'all made out or anything, or did you?
No, we didn't. I feel sorry for everybody at All Can Harry's then, but anyway. So anyway, we were hunting and pecking, and actually, I mean, the moral of this story is there aren't that many celebrity brands in this space yet, in the RTD space yet. I've like 600 potential brands. There's like a handful. They're still all in wine and spirits, basically. So I'd be willing to bet that we will see even more celebrity brands coming into the RTD space.
For sure.
For sure.
I just saw that Ryan Reynolds, I didn't realize he had he has a
media
marketing
company. I know, dude. Seriously.
That he just sold. And I didn't realize he owns Mint Mobile, and he owns when we knew about Aviation Jen that he sold to Diageo, but there's some other company that he owns. This guy's killing it. Surprised he didn't have a seltzer.
But then there's a couple other. So Harry had his whole you'd never guess comparisons, right? There's a couple others that are interesting. Like at least in this list, Bon Viv is larger than Coors Seltzer at about 37 million versus 26 million, and Cacti is bigger than Topo Chico, which is less surprising, but still, right? Because I feel like we kind of felt like Cacti had fallen off, but it's still got 20 million in sales versus 17 million for Topo Chico. But to me, the most surprising thing is if you look a little bit farther down that list, June Shine and Boochcraft, which are RTD kombucha brands, they've sold just as much as Topo Seltzer, right?
Yeah,
so they're like right there.
That. I saw I saw that. That is amazing. I mean, who drinks that?
I do.
I know. Well, I mean, that trust me.
That doesn't matter.
That doesn't surprise me. It matters, of course. Everything matters.
In California, they're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm doing I wanted to tell you guys that in addition to my normal job here, I'm also kind of an ambassador for the city of San Antonio. Unofficial, unpaid. But as you know, because I love telling the story, that when we had our beer summit here in San Antonio years ago, the mayor at the time, Julian Castro, called me and said that they had never had so many private planes at the San Antonio airport at one time. They were like parking them out in the grass and shit. And he thanked me. He's like, wow, thanks for bringing in. And I was like, yeah. So along that vein, Molson Coors Beverage Company, second largest brewery in the world, is sending a executive here tonight. We were having dinner, and I am going to squire him around downtown and show him why they should have their convention here in San Antonio next year.
Awesome.
So again, they're going to have to accommodate a lot of planes.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell him not to stay at the St. Anthony if he wants Wi-Fi.
Now, where should I take him if he's staying down? What's open downtown? I guess everything's open.
I mean, it's Fiesta, so.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You may want to avoid downtown.
Oh, God, I totally forgot about Fiesta.
Yeah.
Oh man, so I should probably Uber down there.
I would for sure.
Boy, Ubers, man, they've gone up in price, haven't they?
It was like $30.
Yeah.
From my house to downtown. But yeah, last time he was here, we were hanging out at the Pearl. So I guess downtown, he needs to see downtown, especially if they're thinking about hosting a meeting here.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have him Uber here, Pearl. All right.
I can go to Monchouchou. Wait, no, you can't leave without my segments. I want to discuss the segment ideas.
I'm not. Let's go.
All right. So you guys give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I got a few. Okay. All right. The segment wherein we talk about segment ideas, which I guess we're doing right now, right?
We always talk about the podcast on the podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just that is a segment in itself right now.
Yeah. So okay. Well, that one's like
let's do the podcast segment right now on the podcast where we discuss segments on the podcast.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
How about Harry's book report? This could be a useful format for Harry to actually cover shows that he's at. Like at least he could offer like a summary, maybe what I would have done differently as an author. What do you think? This is at least our way of getting you to cover something.
Getting me to cover something? I cover. Oh boy.
I like the trickery in that one.
Yeah. So Jordan and I are going to Vegas on Monday for the nightclub and bar show. I'll have a video camera with me. It's called an iPhone 11, and we'll make some videos. Maybe we'll grab people. I don't know. And we'll have a little segment talking. Yeah. I haven't been to that show in years. It's a big show, Jordan. Bring your big boy boots.
I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, we can film some stuff maybe during the expo. You can do like your Triumph, the insult comic dog on the expo.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
Jen, let's you got more?
I got more. I got an actual serious one. I want to do Jen's Fast Five when we have an interviewee on. At least I get 5 minutes worth of questions before Harry completely takes it over and talks about Hot Girl Summer. So I'm just gonna put a check by that one. Miller Coors Legend Award.
Why don't we put a pin in that one? We'll put a pin in that.
No,
I'm just kidding. Well, okay, that sounds good. I'm on board.
Harry, but if whoever's doing the time of the 5 minutes has to stop the clock every time Harry interrupts. So
okay.
I'm gonna get my full 5. Harry's parenting tips. How about that one?
Okay. Well, I just got a text, by the way, from Wyatt just before the show started. So why don't I read it to you, and y'all can give me some advice on what I should do. Okay.
I think I've introduced my parents to the podcast, and their favorite part is Wyatt's text coming in.
Okay.
So maybe Wyatt is a segment too.
Okay. Yeah. So when Melissa gave me a new TV, which I already broke, but I gave Wyatt my old TV. I said, "Oh, you just have to pick it up." So he sends me a text. I wasn't here when he came to pick it up. Do you think that he actually picked it up? Yes or no?
No.
You are correct. Jordan's on point today. All right. I can't find the power cord he spelled cord like a guitar chord. I can't find the power cord to the TV, and it's pretty fucking heavy. I move into my new place July 31st. So can you have that TV for just one more month, and then I'll come get it in a U-Haul? So I checked marked A-OK on that one, because so far it's not costing me anything except maybe the U-Haul. All right. Hey, Dad, can I get a new iPhone? This just came in. I've had the same iPhone 6 for 2 years now, and it's so shitty, as you saw on Sunday. I haven't had a new iPhone above the iPhone 7 ever. All right.
Damn.
So what do you guys think? Is it time? He's had the phone. It has so many cracks in it that I don't even know how he reads anything on it.
Oh.
I think we could swing him a new phone. What do you think?
Yeah, that's probably why his texts are all misspelled, because of all the cracks in the screen. But yeah, iPhone 6, I'm surprised that thing's still working. Apple's gonna shut that down here pretty soon.
I know that battery should have imploded by now.
Oh, the battery only lasts like 30 minutes. It's every time I talk to him, he hangs up on me because the battery goes dead. Yeah, I think it's time. We'll get him a new phone. Or should we get him like a Firefly phone, like a little baby phone that only has 3 numbers? Go, here's your daddy's number. Yeah. All right. Any more segments?
Oh, I got them all day. Troubleshooting your Yeti mic with Sarah and Harry. I got Jordan's set design. I got question of the day, Jen's opera hour, the gang eats cereal. Also, I think we should have sound effects.
Well, okay. Okay. Back up. Let's unpack this.
Question of the day. We could have a question of the day. I could be like,
okay,
Harry, why don't you wear 3 pairs of glasses as opposed to 2?
Well, that would be ridiculous. Right. I mean, 3 pairs of glasses, I'd look like a fucking idiot.
Right.
But 2 pairs of glasses.
Of course.
Jen, you're so funny.
They all kind of sound the same. They're so distorted.
Oh God.
I was thinking how does this one sound, Jordan?
I was just gonna ask for a fart one for sure. Yeah. We definitely that. And a honk and a wall.
Yeah, I mean we've got a few.
There we go. Oh my God. It's like you recorded my thoughts.
Okay, but there was one you said a segment that didn't make any sense to me. Like, was it oatmeal and breakfast?
The gang eats cereal.
The gang eats cereal.
It's just more of a Sunny episode, but
Oh, the gang. Okay. Yeah,
we could just eat cereal.
I mean, that's probably more interesting than what we are doing.
I think that's all. That's all we got.
Okay.
So
Jordan, what are you working on?
For BBD and CBD today?
No, I meant, what household chores are you working on? Yes, for CBD and BBD.
So there's a few interesting stories. This popular Oregon tap room called Great Nation They want to direct ship into California, and you can't do that in California unless you have a brewery presence. So they're kind of pulling like an Amazon, where they just bought like a 5,000 square foot space and going to do a small amount of brewing, but really that's just going to serve as a shipping and distribution hub.
Everybody's gaming the system.
Mm-hmm.
They have an app that they launched right at the beginning of the pandemic last year, and they do 90% of their sales through that app.
Who is this?
It's called Great Notion, and they're one of the top tap rooms in the country. I think they do like close to 8,000 barrels last year.
How does a tap room sell?
Direct shipping.
Oh, so
or pickup.
So they're a packaging brewery as well, not just a tap room. They have a packaging line.
Yeah, they do cans.
Okay.
So that's interesting. For BBD, Reyes' Golden Brands, their Northern California operation, which they acquired from DBI a year or two ago. They're drawing the ire of all the on-premise outlets, not all, a bunch, because their delivery window, they say, is about a month now. They're only shipping beer or delivering beer once a month. And all these San Francisco bars say they have no space to store a month's worth of inventory. And so they've just taken them off tap.
Is this different from the letter that retailers sent Reyes like a month ago?
It's the same thing, but it's becoming more mainstream. Yeah. So a lot of these retailers have said they just taken them off tap.
Yeah. Well, listen, the problem with San Francisco is first of all, it's full of San Franciscans. The second thing about San Francisco is that it's impossible, almost in what I've heard, it's very difficult to make money as a beer distributor in the Bay Area, and just for a lot of reasons. And it's also a dirty market. One of San Francisco and Chicago are considered the two dirtiest markets in the country when it comes to bev alc, as far as shenanigans go. So it's a tough market. New Orleans isn't dirty, but New Orleans is a hard market to make money in. Interesting. Okay. Anything else that we're pursuing?
I got an interview with Dave Berwick about Truly Trends, and it seems like the guys are starting to sort of admit that it might not double this year, right? Shocker, looking at the trends, but they are making some traction on premise. They've doubled their simple distribution this year in the on premise, so that's interesting. Continue to close the gap with White Claw. So
the punch seems to be doing very well. Truly Punch.
Yeah.
We've written about this, but it's really hard to sell seltzer on premise when nobody can agree on the best flavor to have. You can't have 8 flavors behind the bar. There's not enough room. Yes. So, you kind of have to pick a flavor or just have a neutral draft product that you can add flavors to. Jim and I talked about that a little bit at one point.
He says, we have the right mix of flavor for on-premise drinkers. They're looking for bigger, bolder flavors, and we're able to deliver with lemonade, iced tea, and punch. So it doesn't look like they're going with their, less flavorful. But yeah, you're right. I can't imagine that too many accounts would have all 3 on. Like maybe they have one on draft and the rest in package. But
the servers, I highly doubt they're knowledgeable about Truly Punch or Truly Tea or Truly Lemonade. If someone walks up and asks for a Truly, who knows what you might get.
Right, as Jordan knows firsthand from.
Someone asked for a Truly Punch, and I could see it on display, but then when he went to go into the cooler,
it's hilarious.
All he had was Truly Lemonade, and I was like, no, that's not what I want. And then he was giving me one of these. Make up your mind. I was like, all right, well, forget about it, man.
Well, it kind of seems like to me that you're being a very picky customer and kind of a dick.
It wasn't for me.
Were there people behind you waiting while you're like, I don't like pineapple. I have to have my black cherry. Was that what's going on?
No, it was for Rick Donnelly. He was just being a gentleman.
For Don Faust.
Were you being a dick or a gentleman is what I'm trying to get at. Sounds like you're being a little bit of both. Huh? Come on,
no, I was
Jordan.
being a gentleman. I was being a gentleman. There was
mean,
nobody behind me. It was 100 degrees outside.
I was mean to Jen yesterday. It's your turn.
Bring it on.
Now, Jordan, I don't want you going and you represent the company and you going and demanding special treatment from retailers.
like offering you their inventory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I stand by. Okay, the other segment we have to do is Hot Girl Summer, of course. And I stand by that. I think that watermelon's going to be the Hot Girl Summer flavor this year.
Watermelon is hooked.
Well,
and I think it's Harry Styles' fault. I mean, I can't turn on TikTok without hearing watermelon sugar high.
I bet you he will come out with a watermelon sugar RTD. Why
See how I can
he?
talk? See how I can steamroll you, Jen? Because I'm close to my mic.
Yes.
Watermelon sugar high.
Well, I saw White Claw 12 packs of just exclusive watermelon flavor have finally hit the market. And I think those are going to do pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be, I don't know if it'll be as big as Black Cherry, but that's their biggest standalone flavor. I think it'll start to rise up and rival it, maybe.
DPS Summit.
Yeah, I have a question on that. I'm supposed to talk to Jessica Muskie. Not Jessica Muskie, sorry. Jessica Lucas with BDS. Can we have her for DPS? Do we still have room?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And she would talk about weed, right?
Yeah. And she's got some people on her team that can speak to regulatory stuff and the latest developments and she knows that it's not like a summit type or like a typical summit, that it's more distributor efficiencies and operations and productivity. So
cool. Well, listen. We've said all we can say. We've covered everything. The 5 people who are still listening, would you please consider checking out our social media at Beer Biz Daily and you tomorrow. And, when people say, oh, I don't have time to listen to a daily podcast. Well, do you exercise? Do you drive to work? Do you do anything that takes 30 minutes a day that maybe you could multitask and listen and do something? If the answer to any of those questions is yes, then you have time to listen to a daily podcast. Okay? Capiche? Am I right?
Capiche.
Jordan, you are no longer in trouble. I'm taking you off double secret probation. You didn't even know you were on probation, and now you're off. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You'll probably be back on it by the time we go to Vegas, though. All right, guys. Well, carry on, and thank you, and thank you for drinking beer.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Adios.